kindergarten. Wow. We got a special book here. And this book is so big and bad, I don't even understand it. If you understand it, I hope you let me know. But it's talking about numbers that are so big that I can't even imagine the numbers. The numbers go round and round. 100 billion trillion stars. We all know there's a lot of stars up there. But that's more than we can even count. Can you imagine so many of anything? This is a book, 100 billion trillion stars, and it's by Seth Fishman and illustrated by Isabel Greenberg. And I want you guys to kind of pay attention. Kylie, out there where you live, you must see a lot of stars out there. Well, we all see stars. But it's really nice to go out someplace where it's really dark. Like I'll walk down to the end of my street and look out over the lake and see all the stars. One of the things you should do when you're looking at the stars is go outside for a while so your eyes adjust and you can see more. 100 billion trillion stars. Here's the title page for us. And we are ready. Let me know. Let me let you know a little secret. Our sun is just a star. So if you were really, really far away and you looked at where we are, our star would be tiny too. And there are maybe 100 billion trillion stars. And Earth, not Earth, but the sun is only one. Circling around our star is a planet that is blue and green. Any of you folks know which planet is blue and green? Oh, I heard a couple of you shouting out there. Yeah. Do you know why it's blue, Kylie? Because of the water. Aubrey, why is it green? Yes. Because it's so blue because it's covered by 370 billion gallons of water. And green because it is covered in 3 trillion trees. And Landra, I have to tell you something. I have to be honest with you. John Wesley, I don't even know how big that number is. It's just so big. It's got zeros. It's so big that it's got zeros after zeros. 3, 6, 9, 12 zeros. On the other side of the planet, when the sun isn't shining, where the sun isn't shining, you can see bright lights like little stars all over the surface. Those lights that come from 2,500,000 cities, towns, and villages filled with people. It's sort of like if you went up in a spaceship at nighttime and looked down at Indian Lake, but all of the earth, you would just see all the lights. And in those towns, even some of them, many of them are reading books, just like you. Ooh, 7 trillion, 500, I don't know that number, it's just so big. People live in those cities on that planet. But you want to know another secret? This is going to be crazy. All of the people are not equal to the amount of ants. There's even more ants than there are people. And the strange thing is 7,500,000,000 humans weigh about the same as 10 quadrillion ants. So all of us equal all of those little teeny ants. When you add them all up, we weigh the same. Humans and ants. Which is still only a small fraction or portion of the 13 million billion pounds that the planet Earth weighs. John Wesley, can you pick up the Earth and carry it? No, way too much for you. And it's heavy enough to make a big dip in space and pull the moon into an orbit. You know how the moon circles around us? Where it circles and circles around the Earth 240,000 miles away. That dip force is called, Sandra? Gravity. Gravity is also what pulls you back to the ground when you try to jump to the moon. So what keeps us on the Earth is the Earth is pulling us down with gravity. 240,000 miles is about 10 times around the Earth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's far, far away. Or if you took 420 millions of yous and laid each one of you end to end to end to end to end, shoulder to shoulder, feet to shoulder, or dogs, or smaller snakes, or guitars, or baseball bats, and lined up, you would make it. Can you imagine so many, so many? Now take a deep breath and hold it for 5 seconds. Now if you do that, 6,307,200 over and 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 over, you would be 1 year older. All of those breaths. This many over and over and over and over. Or don't, and the year is 31,536,000 seconds. That's how many seconds it takes for you to go from one birthday to another birthday. The entire world is filled with crazy numbers. There are about 1,620 trillion raindrops in a thunderstorm. The highest wave ever surfed was as big as a 10-story building. So you got your house with 1 story, and you put 9 more on top, and you look up, and that's the highest wave that somebody surfed. Or the great white shark has 300 teeth, and right now you have about 20, but when you get older and your baby teeth fall out and you grow new ones, you'll have 32. Oh, there's just so many facts in here. Someday you guys are going to have to check this book out and learn all the things and numbers. And you'll keep growing and growing with numbers. By the time you're done reading this book, almost every single number in it will have changed, getting bigger or smaller right before your eyes. Some stars burn up and get smaller. Even the number of stars. In fact, one of the numbers was 546 people have been into space. But now it's 548 because just last week, 2 more astronauts went up into space. I can tell you one more secret about something you can find somewhere among all of those stars. Kylie, Aubrey, Leandra, Sandra, John Wesley. Do you want to know what the other secret is? Do you want to know? Of all of those stars, there's only one person reading this book with me, and that's you. And you are very important. How we like that? Pretty cool book, huh? I enjoyed it. If I don't see you in a little bit or in my Thursday video, I hope to see you next year. Have a great summer and look at the stars for me, okay?